Second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A solid stiff arm. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ready.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and you mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there, and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Niners 21, Vikings nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They're going to look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Stiff-armed him. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, it's Cook again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3, 4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
28, Vikings 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? Four guys might have it right, but the fifth guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to get on the same page.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 6. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Cook running right. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They try again with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw here. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 1-yard line.
Ready. Black out.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, 49ers.
On first down, Lance. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Catch number 44 of him on the year. It's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, good move. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go now. Striker, green, white, yellow, blue, field, black. Ready?
From midfield, here's Lance. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Yeah, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. They've got his man complete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch them.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ball red.
Working from the gun, Lance. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
He's taking a offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, Cook. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. They'll set up a throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
10 seconds. Hey, move.
Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. 48 yards. And the 49ers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Ready?
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the tight end goes in motion left. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. They'll look to throw again. It's complete to Cook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
36, Vikings 23.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 53 yards. And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Another two-point conversion attempt coming for the Niners. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the two-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There the offense wins the battle for 2.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Vikings on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Cook has it, left side. Oh, able to avoid him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is